education through its institutions. The Samiti and its group of institutions have scaled new heights and have created a niche in the educational field in the society. In short, let me appraise the audience that in 1981-82, we started our first institution in KK Road with around 115 students. And today, we have 9 such institutions and more than 6,000 students are parting with educations in our institutions. The free ships given to around 1,000 students have risen to 2.5 crores. Even this year, the academic results have been excellent. Both the schools have achieved 100% pass results with more than 80% in distinctions. This credit goes to our executives and the faculty members for their relentless efforts, and we, as management, thank them from the bottom of our heart. 2 of our institutions, Sindhi Seva School and Sindhi Academy of Skills, are doing a human service for the underprivileged in the society by providing a free education in English medium, training them in various skills, and providing them campus placements. True to our motto, learn to earn, this noble service make the underprivileged children to become a young educated citizen and lead a respectable life in the society. Let me share with you great news. Sindhi College is one of the most sought-out colleges in North Bangalore. A few months earlier, college started a research center to enable people to do the research in their respective fields in completing their educational journey in becoming doctorates. Shri Prakash Narang will brief you on the research center in a little while. Samiti is becoming a pioneer in educational field, and as members of this prestigious institution, we all should create a vision for Samiti by starting its own professional institutions and towards the goal of having its own university. Also, we should take further our rich culture to the generation next by providing a platform on the lines of Lotus Temple, Akshardham, and create our own cultural center. The responsibility of leading this prestigious institution is quite demanding. And a team of dedicated members, we have scaled new heights in the educational field, social responsibilities, and also maintaining high the morals of this great institution, Sindhi Seva Samiti. People will notice the change in your attitude towards them, but won't notice their behavior that made you change. None can destroy iron, but its own rust can. Likewise, none can destroy a person, but his own mindset. Ups and downs in life are very important to keep us going, because a straight line, even in ECG, means we are not alive. Mobile has taught us 3 things. Whatever makes you happy, save it. What makes others happy, forward it. What makes no one happy, delete it. Friends, we have been listening to many such thought-provoking proverbs in our daily life. Today we have amidst us Sister B.K. Shivani, international motivational speaker and TV icon. I would once again take this honor in welcoming her to the Seva Samiti, and let us sit back and listen to an enlightening talk on harmony in human relations. I also take this opportunity to sincerely thank my team of office bearers, members of Managing Committee, Governing Council, Board of Management, and various chairmen who have been pillar of strength for me. I am grateful to them. I thank the past presidents for their unstinted support. My sincere gratitude to all the members of Seva Samiti. My humble pranams to Lord Almighty and my elders to shower their blessings on me throughout my life. I close my speech by reciting a shloka from Gita, which has played a very important role in my life. Karmane vadikaraste ma phale shukadachana ma karma phala heturbu Ma Sangotsva Karamani. A person has a right towards action alone and not towards the fruit of action. Let not the fruit of action be the motive for acting. I once again welcome you all. Thank you. Radhe Shyam.
Thank you, Deepak. We have a small task. Sindhi group of educational institutions wherein we have more than 6,000 students, and in our college we have research center for various languages. Today we had the good fortune of inauguration of Sindhi Research Center by Sister Shivani earlier. To tell you all more about it, I invite our past chairman, Sri Prakash Narang.
Jai Jhulelal. We are indeed proud to state that Sindhi College has made a significant progress in the teaching, learning process, both at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. It has grown into a premier institution imparting quality education at an affordable price. Having achieved this distinction, we indeed to lay emphasis on research, which seems to be the next step in our march towards achieving academic excellence. Research leads to expansion and creation of new knowledge, development of new ideas and technology to drive the future of society and humanity. Sindhi College Research Center has research activities in various languages and subjects like commerce and management. Today we have taken a step further by adding research activity in Sindhi language. Ancient is the civilization to which the Sindhis belong. When the Aryans came to India and stood on the banks of the mighty river Indus, they exclaimed in sheer wonder, Sindhu, Sindhu. The word Sindhu appears in a number of times in the oldest scripture of humanity, the Rig Veda. The Sindhu, in other words, Indus Valley civilization, is at least 7,000 years old, and India was also called Sindhustan, the land of the Sindhu. These Aryans in Sindh, virtually the Indus Valley, also mentioned in history of having played in Krishna's Dharma Yudh of Kurukshetra. The Sindhis ruled the Sindh till they were defeated and conquered by the Arabs in the 7th century. With the partition in 1947, Sindhis had to leave their home and have spread themselves out in every part of the world. Leaving their properties and possessions in Sindh, they migrated to India, bringing with themselves their enterprising spirit, their faith in God, and their many qualities of head and heart. The Brother Aryans kept the banner of Sindh alive by including their identity in the national anthem, and Sindhis are recognized as a positive community, always ready in supporting the country. It is a matter of great pride to get Sindhi Research Center inaugurated by Sister B.K. Shivani. I hereby call upon the office bearers of Sindhi College to come on the stage. President Sri Deepak R. Narang, Honorary Secretary Sri Avinash Kukreja, Honorary Treasurer Sri Ashok Narang, Honorary Joint Secretary Rajesh Bajaj. We request Sister B.K. Shivani to join us in unveiling the Research Center.
Thank you, Prakash. Hey Paramatma, आसीस करो तो वधन सिंधी ऐं वधे सिंधियत. If you ask the members of audience about Sister Shivani, I am sure many will say, मैं तो उनको अच्छी तरह से जानता हूँ, दिन में 2 बार तो जरूर देखता हूँ उनको, और कभी-कभी WhatsApp में भी देख लेता हूँ. So almost everybody knows Sister Shivani. And if you ask Google uncle about Sister Shivani, it will take you to its grand uncle Wikipedia, Who will say she is a gold medalist, electronic graduate from Pune, Vagera, Vagera. But then there is a lot more that we don't know. So to introduce her formally to all of us, as also give a brief note about the Mighty Connections activity, I invite our chairman, Shri Rajkumar Kokreja.
Chief guest of the day, Sister B.K. Shivani ji, Sister B.K. Padma ji, Dr. B.K. Banasi Lal Shah ji, Sister B.K. Saroj Pen ji, President Deepak Narang, other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to all of you. Tawa sabnan ke suti sham. About 12 years back, Sindhi Seva Samiti formed the Mighty Committee with a single objective, to provide a choice for the community, or to provide a choice to the youngsters of the community to choose their life partners. The need for marriages to take place within the community was mainly to preserve the Sindhi language and culture. I was the president of the Samiti at that time, and it did require some persuasion on my part to convince Mr. Bayalal Menda to take up the chairmanship, since I needed a senior member to head the committee. It was also quite a task for me to convince others, since no other Sindhi association in the South had taken up matchmaking as a social activity, as its activity. Today, the situation has totally changed, with nearly all associations in the South having a matchmaking committee for their town or their cities. Our matchmaking committee has a computer base of eligible boys and girls, and whenever we ask for a choice, we get almost 6 or 8 names which crop up as matching profiles. Using advanced Excel as our software, we are able to access matching profiles based on the education, height, occupation, income, and even the build of the candidate. We have a code for each and every one of these aspects. No doubt, these attributes are two-dimensional. To add the third dimension of chemistry, we introduce a concept of group interaction amongst the candidates with matching profiles, called the Gupshup session, to give it an informal feel. This was followed by the traditional family meetings. The upside to this was that the participant would be able to find a life partner based on the meeting of minds, rather than on physical attributes. If they didn't, at least they made a few more friends. That the whole purpose of that exercise was to have a meeting of minds. I must say that this has been a partial success, but the logistics are quite tremendous. It is very difficult to sometimes get everybody together at the same point of time. Although we have not done this session, ever since one of our longest serving chairman of the committee, Mr. Lakshmichand Narang, passed away, we propose to revive this activity since a number of people have been asking for it. We are considering changing the name of the session to Manmeet, since this is basically about the meeting of minds. Over the years, we noticed one factor which was hindering the process of decision-making amongst the candidates and their parents. Everyone was looking for a harmonious relationship with their life partners, but it did not really know where to look and what to look for. And even though we have 6 matching profiles for each candidate, something was missing. There was always a palpable sense of insecurity. लाखों हैं यहाँ दिल वाले पर प्यार नहीं मिलता, आंखों में किसी की वफा का इकरार नहीं मिलता. The consensus was that they needed a counselor to guide them. And it was at that point of time, my good friend Mr. Prakash Madhwani pointed out to me that our matchmaking activity has taken almost 10 years. And I think we need to celebrate this. And this raised the level of our expectation, and we said that, we could have a counselor of a very, very high grade. And the immediate name which came to our mind was Sister Shivani ji. We had been discussing her programs at various forums and were very impressed by her clarity of thought and her spiritual wisdom. Life is a constant search of happiness through activity, whether it be through work or play. This search is common to all. So she would not only enlighten the candidates who are there in the audience today for marriage, but also each and every one of us. Personally, I have been a keen follower of her awakening programs on India, today and would be there in front of my TV screen at 6:30 a.m. religiously, or shall I say spiritually, almost every day. Not only do I watch her programs, but have actually tried to follow her teachings to a certain extent in my everyday life. So much so, her idea of a minute of silence after every 1 hour is being followed by the students of Avishkar Academy, a school I have founded and established, and has become one of the USPs of the school. Just before every break, the students stand up in silence and are encouraged to calmly introspect whatever they have imbibed over the past 2 periods. As pointed out by Sister Shivani ji, this traffic control of the mind will forever add value to their lives. Calling Sister B.K. Shivani ji was no doubt an ambitious thought. She's such a busy person, and especially she's sought after conducting television programs for various top channels as well as for corporate houses, state assemblies, and in various national and international seminars. But then, being ambitious is part of our nature. That is how we got the Deputy Prime Minister of India, Mr. L.K. Advani, to inaugurate this entire school and the complex. And Sri Ravi Shankar inaugurated this very hall and the complex, the entire complex. Being connected with the Brahma Kumaris for the past so many years, I decided to use the good offices of BK Sister Saroj and Brother Surendra ji from Kumara Park subzone to impress upon Sister Shivani to address the Sindhi community. I also made it a point personally to invite her when I went to the Power of Future program in Mount Abu in 2015. It has taken us quite some time since then. It's almost 2 to 3 years. But then here we are, persistent space. I'm very thankful to Saroj Ben and brothers PK